Here is a little video on just an overview of some good all-around techniques to make sure you have under your belt. There's a little diagram for stepwise how I would probably go about drawing not only a bowl but kind of pretty much anything cylindrical in a similar sort of fashion. I'll get to that. I'll get to more. But basically, this is the steps that I would go through. I would make sure to have a center axis. And then I'm adding the top and the bottom construction lines, making sure they're horizontal. I'm going to start making some marks to indicate the sides and double check that they're equidistant from the center axis. Repeat after me. Equidistant from the center axis. Very important. And then sketching in those sides. And then I'm starting to address the ellipse at the top of a cup or a bowl or other cylindrical things, as well as the one at the bottom. There's plenty of things to discuss more, but and then I'm adding in the curviness of a bowl, if there is curviness to it. And that's sort of getting more refined, and I'm erasing back the construction lines, and then suppose the construction lines are gone. And then there would be some sort of shading, but that's not what this part is about. Well, if it's not what this part's about, why are you doing it, Farron? Because it's fun. Okay. So anyways, quick just demo over here. Center axis. Horizontal construction marks. Indicators for the points of the angle of the bowl, the top, where the rim, for the upper ellipse, and the ends for the lower ellipse. It can get a little tricky, but and then double checking. First, I'm going to eyeball it. It seems like that one needed to be nudged. That seems okay. So does that. One of the reasons just having a procedure for something like this helps is that it's nice to just get something memorized like this, and a technique that lets you sort of judge as you're going along. Everything here is going to be should be mirror images of each other. Those are way too big. That sort of thing. Let me see, I've lost track of you. Okay, that one. So like I said, that's quick and no nonsense, but some great overall skills for cylindrical items, especially center axis. It's only one of them. This bottom ellipse, if you're looking down, will be a little more circular than the top ellipse. These ellipses are different dimensions, so I have to take that into account too, but just kind of remember this part needs to be at least as curvy and a little bit more curvy than this part that's above it. So I'm kind of gauging off of this section of the top ellipse and making sure that my bottom ellipse is at least that curvy. So you can start using this for more and more complicated cylindrical things. And great skill to have just all around, and great practicing for your horizontals and your verticals and your ellipses and that sort of thing. I do like this sort of main, sort of my go-to shading if I'm ever doing a bowl or a cup or a mug. It's fun that typically, or oftentimes, the top ellipse will be going from light to dark in one direction, and the bottom of the bowl will be going light to dark in the opposite direction, and that sets up a nice little rhythm back and forth. But once again, this is not okay. Do that, and the reason I have it like that is I suggest doing a bunch at a time, and those are going to run into each other, I know. But even the individual steps, sort of one at a time and then repeating them, I feel like that's the kind of practice that helps me memorize a technique a little bit quicker. And I'm going, speaking of quick, too quick to really kind of check these, but that's the idea. Hopefully you're getting that idea. I'm going to not keep drawing, but oh sure I will. Watch if you want. Turn it off and go do it yourself if you want. as I like to say, go do that a million times.